Yo, what is up guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and why you clicked on this video in this video today. At the time of recording, we have a very measly, only 3 days left of logging in. So very sad times right here on the global side of Dokkan. We have to come to grips with the fact that, hey, guess what? The 6th year anniversary is indeed ending. It just is what it is, right? So why you clicked on this video is, hey, what's coming next? And I think that it's going to be a good idea if we switch on over to the Dokkan Wiki so we can kind of figure it out. Alright, so here we are, essentially part 3 of the anniversary. We can kind of just start here. So, starting here, we have all of the Easy A's. We have, of course, the 2 new LRs. I mean, nothing new, right? We already know this, you know, unless you are just logging in for the first time ever, right? So, and then, of course, on the JP side, they immediately got Goten and Trunks. Well, Goten and Trunks, guess what? We already got them. I know it was a pretty brief celebration there, but we actually did get them. It was right before the global anniversary. Now, historically, if they have done this, going back to Agl Kid Goku, kind of squeezing in one more Dokkan Fest banner right before the anniversary, a quote-unquote bait banner, right, to try to get you to summon, spend all your stones, so you have no stones going into the anniversary, so hey, you have to buy some, right? That is their game, right? So obviously, Global already got this. So if we keep scrolling down a little bit more, and again, we are on the Dokkan Wiki here, big time shout out to the Dokkan Wiki. And then, of course, here we go. This was a dual celebration between Global and JP. This was the Saiyan Day banner, right? So this was Saiyan Day 2021. Yeah, 2021. Excuse me. I had to get my facts straight there. 2020 was Bardock. So, but of course, this was Int Broly, STR Trunks, and then, of course, the LR EZA. Obviously, again, we already got this, but right after that, we got this girl on the JP side of the game, of course, STR Videl. And I don't think it is any secret that she is coming next. Unless they throw a major, like, monster curveball, this is who is coming next. And we can go ahead and just go back to last year. This is, of course, where we had Kefla, right? So they're going to be right in Kefla's spot. Or, excuse me, Videl is going to be right in Kefla's spot. So Kefla was the very first Dokkan Festival after, well, kind of, right? After JP's anniversary. So if we kind of go back, of course, they had their Golden Week and stuff as well. So Kefla filled that slot last year. And then, of course, the year before that, 2019, this was like the Namek Goku slot. So again, STR Videl is who is coming next. Again, I don't think this is any big surprise, but let's go ahead and keep scrolling down. So if we kind of look at it chronologically, right? So we're going to be wrapping up the anniversary. It is currently is it the 6th of August? I think it's the 6th of August at time of recording. I don't know when this will drop, but the 6th of August here on where I live and everywhere else, right? So, yeah, August 6th, and again, the anniversary will be wrapping up essentially on the 9th of August. And then again, let's keep scrolling down. We already got Tapion. We already got Tapion and Minosha. This is interesting, right? So I think pretty soon, relatively soon, we will be getting another World Tournament, believe it or not. Remember, Global actually missed a World Tournament. So we might be getting, I'd forget, are we getting we might be getting the 38th World Tournament. That does seem right. Although, I really hope that they kind of just, I mean, I would be okay if they just kind of skipped it and moved on to this one, of course, because obviously we could get the Great Saiyaman 2, or Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, and then the Dokkan Awakening for Jackie Chu, and they are both incredibly good units. Yeah, and then there's Fizz Vegeta, right? So I think probably we will be getting this next. But then again, we already got Tapion and Minosha here on Global. So another, you know, another kind of quote-unquote bait banner, right, that they threw at us right at the last possible moment. And again, this was a dual celebration this year. So this was Golden Week for 2021, if we will all remember. And I will say this does sort of throw a little hiccup in the predictability model that Dokkan usually does. So what Dokkan has done is if you really sit down and think about it, so JP is only a couple of Dokkan Fests ahead of us, and we will of course, go over the Dokkan Fests, right, as we kind of move along here. But it's really interesting, so if you really think about it, the only big time, and I'm talking like the biggest celebrations of the year that we are getting, separately from JP, at this point, are Tanabata and our anniversary. Other than that, and of course that is our thank you celebration here on Global. So if you really think about it, man, those are the only two big celebrations that we now celebrate separately. We celebrate Golden Week together. We celebrate Saiyan Day together. We celebrate Dragon Ball Heroes together. Like there are, and then what am I forgetting? And then of course the worldwide download celebration together. So we're getting 4 major celebrations with JP per year. If you really think about it, man, that's kind of wild. And usually when they do this kind of stuff, they don't really backtrack on it. So I would doubt that next year, Golden Week, we're going to have separate celebration. I doubt it, right? I really, really doubt it. So it really does, again, kind of throw a wrench in the spokes, if you will, of the predictability model of Dokkan. So it is a little tougher to predict, but if we kind of look at the timeline of what we're looking at here. So again, August 9th is when this will wrap up, so we can just say we'll probably get another Dokkan Festival sometime, you know, I don't know, around the 15th or 20th or somewhere in that range. We'll get another, that'll be Dokkan Festival of Dell, right? And then moving in shortly after that will indeed be the Worldwide Download Celebration. Now, the Worldwide Download Celebration, we do not, honestly, that's probably a video all on its own, right? It's kind of tough to know what they are going to do. I'm definitely leaning toward Android Cell Saga, but it is certainly possible that it is still going to be movie related, and it is definitely possible that it is still GT related. I think that the fact has been sort of, again, I think pretty well known at this point that we are moving towards the Dragon Ball Super movie of 2022. Probably will drop toward the end of 2022. And Dokkan wants to make sure that movie heroes and movie bosses are built up. So that would make sense to me if they just kind of start that process now and we kind of just continually do, you know, movie bosses, movie heroes, GT, movie bosses, movie heroes. Like, they really do need to buff up this GT heroes and GT bosses team, right? So let's kind of keep scrolling on down here. We, of course, already got the LRB Pan EZA, and then we move on to the LR Shadow Dragons, dude, are actually pretty effing busted, so that's kind of exciting. I actually think that we could get this sooner. I think the original speculation is that we wouldn't get this until January. I think there's actually a decent shot that we get it in the next Ultimate Clash. I think there's at least a decent shot. If not, then we'll get it the one after that. So, I mean, we're talking just a couple of months' time. To me, it would make sense if they would drop it, like, during Worldwide, I guess. I mean, to me, it kind of makes sense. Like, it'll be a, you know, a special occasion, right? The Worldwide Download Celebration is basically, some would argue, the biggest celebration of the year because it is a JP and Global dual celebration. And then again, of course, we already got this. We already got Super 17. I think it's probably pretty likely that we will get the Sin Shenron EZA pretty soon. Again, pretty soon. We'll see. But then, of course, we move on to this guy here, this Agl Kid Gohan. Now, this guy is actually a very, very good unit. And then, of course, the god himself, Garlic Jr., man, a very, very nasty support type unit. So again, if we take the Worldwide Download Celebration, let's just say conservatively, we get the Worldwide Download Celebration, and that lasts until the end of September. We'll probably get a part 2. And it'll lead into October. Maybe we'll get some kind of spooky celebration after that. If you guys will recall, last year we got just kind of like a what do you even call it? Like a redo banner where it had like Android 13, Int Future Gohan, that was his return. It had some kind of more rare Dokkan Fest exclusives. So they might do something like that for Halloween. But again, I think that this will more than likely be like the October-ish, maybe end of October Dokkan Fest. I think, to me, that makes the most sense. And then we can kind of keep scrolling along here. And then these guys will drop toward like the middle of November, right? So, and then after that, again, you know, we'll probably get that LR Gohan EZA. And then after that, again, as I just mentioned, we celebrate 4 separate celebrations with JP. I think it's very likely that in the middle of November, we're going to get the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff. So who knows? Are they going to finally drop a Dokkan Festival Dragon Ball Heroes? I mean, I could definitely see it. Could they drop an LR Dragon Ball Heroes unit? I could definitely see it. You know, LR God Trunks has been the speculation for 2 years now. One thing I wish they would do with these Dragon Ball Heroes units, dude, is they need to, like, kind of keep up on them a little better. Like, LR God Trunks was, like, literally over a year ago now. And it's like, you're going to just now get to him. I think there's no way that they don't include him in Dokkan. He's way too cool of a character to not include. And, like, are we going to be getting, like, Super Saiyan 3 Rose in, like, another 2 years from now? It's like, who fucking cares at that point? But anyway, again, story for another video. But, of course, here is the Goku and Piccolo unit. This unit is actually incredibly strong. Beyond turn 1, they are ridiculously powerful, even at, like, 55%. So again, that would take us essentially to that would be kind of more or less like the quote-unquote like a filler, not a filler banner. I mean, it's a legit banner. It's a horrible banner, but it's a legitimate banner. And that will take us to that will take us to our Tanabata. So let's keep scrolling here. Here we are. So we have arrived at Tanabata, of course, where we have LR Gogeta. LR Goku and Vegeta who can fuse into Gogeta in this really, really busted AGL Gotenks card, man. This Gotenks is absolutely crazy. And AoE who can stun and, like, raise defense on Super. Like, he is really good. And actually, this Frieza and Dead Army is actually quite good themselves. So that's actually a nice little celebration, that Tanabata celebration. If we keep scrolling, I mean, y'all already know. If you don't know, then you will find out soon. This is literally like this is a celebration where we get like 10 Easy A's or something ridiculous, like just an absurd amount, right? Here's, of course, the Part 2 LR for Tanabata, LR Janemba, one of the better units in the entire game. Probably the best extreme unit in the game. Maybe STR Broly's a little better than him, but, you know, I wouldn't hate you either way. Whatever you told me, I get it. So, and then again, there are some more Easy A's. There's the 40th World Tournament, so that's exciting, right? I'm actually really excited for LR Tau, by the way. Again, probably videos for like another, probably topics for like other videos, right? Like, let's just kind of get to the crux of the thing, right? So, if my calculations are correct, that would send us to about the end of the year. So, if Tanabata, the thank you celebration, we will get toward the end of November / early December. I believe the blue Goku and blue Vegeta dropped them like, I want to say like December 2nd or 3rd or something last year. And then, of course, who did we get for the Part 2? Was that Jiren we got? Yeah, I believe it was LR Jiren we got right after that. I could be wrong. And then it was LR Kalen Caulifla the year before that. Again, I could be wrong there. I'm pretty sure, though. So, but guys, I mean, that pretty much does it. And then beyond that, the January Dokkan Festival, we can kind of keep scrolling here. Where is he? This guy. Super Vegeta. I scrolled right by him. How could I scroll by this monster? Super Vegeta will probably come in January. Again, this is like the Fizz Piccolo slot, like from, you know, what, 2019. It was 2020 unit on Global, but 2019 for JP. Again, it's just like, I think that the rest of the year, it does make it a little bit harder to predict. But I think the days of, like, the multiple Global First units, and we can certainly, like, they could throw a Global First in there, you never know. But I think the days of multiple Global First units per year, I think those days are over. I don't even want to say they're numbered. I think they're over. If we get one per year, that's really hype. Obviously, last year's was STR UI Goku. If they do that again, I mean, I'm all about it, right? Was that the LR? I cannot remember. When did LR UI Goku drop? So I went ahead and cheated and just, hey, checked on the Dokkan Wiki. If you guys will remember, again, another celebration that we actually had with JP. Now, the celebrations themselves were different, but the banners were the same, right? So if you guys will remember the epic shaft, we finally got the Kale and Caulifla EZA, along with the Rosie Kakunsa and Ribrianne EZA. But we got this Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is who we actually got for the New Year's banner, and then pretty much right after that, we got another LR banner in LR Jiren. He dropped on the 19th, and let's see, who dropped before him? Who was the Dokkan Fest? Yeah, this is the Heroes. This was in November. And then this was, of course, December, like I said. And then this is the New Year's banner. And then who did we get after this? Ah, yes, and then Golden Frieza was the January Dokkan Fest. Oh, yeah, this is when we got all of our refunds for the Step Up banner as well. So do not forget about that Step Up banner, too. So hopefully they don't, you know, completely screw us like last year. Actually, hopefully they do, so I can get 600 more stones refunded to me. Hopefully they do, right? I actually hope they do. So kind of getting back to it, right? So this will, again, this is, I think, where this will be January slot right here. This will be January slot. And I could definitely see it being fairly likely that Janemba will be in, like, Jiren slot from last year, right? Or I guess technically from this year, but from last year's celebration, right? So in the middle of January sometime. I remember global players were very upset when LR Jiren, quote-unquote, kind of dropped late. But in the meantime, we got a really, really busted-ass LR on a double rates banner. So I wasn't sweating it, but a lot of global players were upset that Jiren did not drop. And actually, we kind of put our money where our mouths were, right? Because he ended up getting top grossing for us. So, guys, if we kind of... A really quick recap, if you didn't catch every single thing I mentioned. So kind of starting after the global 6th-year anniversary, I think we will get Videl. And then after that, of course, will be the worldwide download celebration, followed by a part 2, followed by Agl Kid Gohan, followed by maybe some kind of global first, but more than likely, it could just be some kind of filler banner. And then, of course, we will have Goku and Piccolo, and then that will lead into the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration, and then Dragon Ball Heroes will lead into Tanabata. And then Tanabata will lead, and of course the Tanabata banner, the true Tanabata banner is the one with all of the DFEs on it. Like it's like a 25 featured unit banner or something crazy like that. But of course, like I'm talking about LR Gogeta's banner. And then that will lead us to... Tanabata will more than likely lead us just to like the New Year's banner. And then after that, after New Year's, I mean, that'll probably be another double rates banner, although it could be Fizz Janemba, but we shall see. And then, of course, this guy will be the January Dokkan Fest, and then probably Fizz Janemba will drop right after that. It's just the way that Global is set up right now. Until they merge the servers and just make everything one game, I just think that, you know, Global, we have a little bit of foresight, but it's becoming harder and harder to predict when we're getting 5 celebrations with JP per year. So if you really think about it, again, like we're only 2 Dokkan festivals behind JP, and we're only 2 summonable LRs behind JP. So that is kind of wild. And of course, like the global anniversary has been going on for a little over a month now, if you count like the countdown celebration and stuff. So global will start to move pretty quickly again. You know, I feel like it always is moving quickly, to be honest. There are a few dead periods here and there, but you know, again, be ready for a lot of banners coming up in the future. All of you free-to-plays out there or limited spenders, make sure you are careful with where you are spending your stones. You know, again, is Videl worth summoning on? Well, are you going to be running Defenders of Justice and Peppy Gals? You know, you got to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I going to be running that category? Can I find Videls on the friend list? Like, that kind of thing matters, right? Because you're not... I guess you can run Videl on Majin Buu Saga. She's much more set up for her own team, right? She really, really is. But again, a conversation for another video. Before I make this video too horribly long, I'm going to end it right here. Slap a like if you enjoyed this video, and of course, consider subscribing if you happen to be new. I love you guys, and thank you for the support. It means the world. And I will catch all of you in the next one. Later.